and welcome to this episode of CT Tech Talks. I'm Madison Donor, CallTower's partner marketing strategist, and today we have Doug Larsen joining us. Doug, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your role at CallTower?
Sure, thanks, Madison. My name is Doug Larsen. I've been with CallTower for 14 years, and currently my role is Senior VP of Product and Software Development. I live in both worlds and love both worlds. I love the product side of the house that gives me the opportunity to work with vendors and bring the latest and greatest UCaaS and CCaaS products to CallTower, as well as working with our development team to ensure that we are providing a great experience to our customers through our software and what we call our Connect portal.
Yes, and you're very, very busy, especially this time of year because we have so much going on right now. I know in our latest episode of Coffee with CallTower, we brought on our Director of Strategic Alliances, Jessica Flannery, and one of her new hires, Ruben, under her team. And they discussed the GTx Portal. But I'm hoping that you can, introduce a little bit and describe the Rebiller Program for us and how it works in connection to that GTx portal that they educated on us in that previous podcast episode.
Absolutely. So we'll start with the Rebiller Program. CallTower has been doing a lot of research on where we are seeing gaps in providing PSTN services through those top tier UCaaS providers like Microsoft and Zoom and Cisco. And so what we've done is we've identified a way for VARs, managed service providers, etc., to accelerate the path of their customers to using the PSTN services provided by those top tier UCaaS providers. And we call this the Rebiller Program. And the reason we call it Rebiller is because we know that telecom taxes are a pain. However, it is something that we have mastered here at CallTower because it is our life to ensure that we provide perfect telecom services and perfect telecom billing. And so what we're offering to out to the VAR community, the MSP community, is the way to bring on CallTower services where we will do all the billing and taxing for you. We will send you the bill. You can bill your customers. You don't have to worry about doing any type of markup on our services. And you say, well, if I'm not marking up my services, then how am I making money? Why would I come with CallTower? And I said, well, what I tell you is if you mark up the services, then you have to do the taxes. If you don't mark up the services, you don't have to do the taxes. We take care of that for you. And then because you have brought us business, we will pay you a commission. So how do you make money with CallTower in this process? Is bring us you own the customers. However, we will do the PSTN services for you. We will take care of the taxes. We will give you a consolidated bill so that you can bill your customers appropriately. As long as you don't mark up our products, you can sell them straight to your customer. There's no taxing involved. We will manage and do all the remittance and whatnot for you. And then on the back end, we'll give you a commission. And so that's how we see this really working, is we provide a less expensive product than if you went directly with Microsoft or with Zoom or with WebEx. We have much better support because we're a smaller organization. We are able to then give you what we call white glove support. And so we provide a better experience. And on top of that, we will pay you more than what you would get from if you were selling the PSTN seats through WebEx or through Zoom or through Microsoft. Does that make sense, Madison?
That makes sense to me. And as you know, I'm part of the marketing team, so I'm not in the product or the sales side of things. So if you were able to explain it to me, hopefully those listening understand it as well. And I think those listening are going to take away the key points. Less expensive for customers and more money for them. So can you discuss a little bit about, the Operator Connect side of things? And I know that we're offering a 3-day free trial. Can we go into that a little bit?
Absolutely. So right now we are focusing in on this Rebiller program with all of our different vendors. However, one of the things that we are working on is providing automation. And that automation first step is going to be for Microsoft partners and really integrating it with Operator Connect. And so what we have designed is a portal that allows an Operator Connect partner or an MSP to enable Operator Connect for their customers very quickly. I'm talking in a matter of 10 minutes. You can have them up on a trial. And you said 3 days, it's actually 30 days, a 30-day trial where we will give you a small set of phone numbers that will automatically push up into your customer's portal. Obviously, there's security, and that we've worked out all the security and things along those lines. But we will be able to have you log into our portal. You can start a trial for your customer, get them up and running, let them test for 30 days, and then after that 30 days, you can activate them and again go through our portal, which we call again GTx, and you can help start with ordering new phone numbers or porting their phone numbers over. And in less than, I would say, 3 or 4 days, you could move over that entire customer into Operator Connect, put them on CallTower's calling plans, and then at that same time, get a commission from us because you are inside the Rebiller program now. And so that process is very, very smooth. Like I said, it probably takes 30 minutes to get a trial up and running, probably faster than that, but we'll go with 30 minutes. And then you can go ahead and assign phone numbers up inside Teams Admin Center to your customers, users, and they're up and running. And so we love the idea of a trial because it lets you see, one, how easy it is to start the motion, but it also gives your customer the ability to get inside and start using Microsoft Teams and the voice capabilities that come with Microsoft Teams.
You already talked about the challenges that both the portal and our Rebiller program assesses and takes into consideration. If I'm a partner, if I'm a bar and an MSP, and I come to you and I ask you, give me the top 3 reasons I should jump on this Rebiller program and GTx, what would immediately pop to your head?
The first one would be, you've got customers out there who need voice and they're going to go somewhere. So why not go with you? Keep them in, keep them sticky. And when you bring on voice, it makes them very, very sticky because that is one of those things that is a hard transition. So that'd be my number one thing is you've got customers, go out and get them and make them more sticky. 2, barriers that have been in place in the past for those that are not telecom providers are gone. We can resolve those for you. So that would be the number 2. Let us solve your telecom issues. And then obviously the third thing is you can make more money with CallTower than you can by going to Microsoft and getting their calling plans directly. Because not only are our calling plans cheaper for your customer, we will pay you to bring us customers. So those are the top 3. I think it's pretty simple. I think it's a great marketing motion. And on top of that, we will help you bring on those customers. We will help you provide marketing materials to your customers. We will help you build out your telecom practice. So I know you said 3, those were 4.
We'd love to give folks kind of a visual. Can you, maybe pull up screen share so we can explain to folks, exactly what they're seeing on their screen, how you interact with it and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. So right here is what we call our GTx Portal. And I'll talk through a couple things here. First off, you can see right here, we can fully make this brandable for you. So we would put your logo here. You can choose the color scheme. Even the URL will be branded for you. So it'd be all brandable for you. This section here is brandable as well, where you can put in different links for sales. You can put in different links for your solution centers or your knowledge bases and so forth. So that is, first off, this is the portal. When I say we're ready, we are ready. This is built out. This is ready to go. This is ready for everyone to use. Any Rebiller, if you come to us, we will get you up on the Rebiller program and off we would go. Just need you to sign a simple contract. Then once you're in there, you would come in here and we would have you click on how to start a demo here. And so it's easy as going ahead and clicking here, and you're going to send an email to you. Basically, you're sending an email to yourself to start the trial. Or
Okay.
if you want it, we do this for two reasons. One, you think, well, why would I send an email to myself? Well, you can send it to yourself, or we also have a path where you could send it to your customer and they could kick off their own trial. So we have two paths to market for you. One, as a rebiller, as an MSP, you can do the trial and manage it all yourselves for the customer. Or if you have a very savvy customer, you can send the trial off to them. So that's one of the reasons why we have you send an email. So what that does is, just going to put in my own email here. We'll send that off, and you can see, all right, I've started a new demo for myself. As I mentioned, that demo or that trial, sorry, let's call it a trial, will last for 30 days. And so we have the ability to give you that option. Now, the other thing is, you can see we've got other trials that have been activated, that have been going on, and you can activate that trial at any time once you've gone through the process of kicking it off. So we've got some that are in a process where we could go ahead and say activate this customer, and off they go.
If I'm doing the 30-day trial and I want to send an email to one of my customers to try it, am I able to send it to multiple different customers, or with the trial, is it only, you can only send 2 email invitations and things like that?
You would send it to the main point of contact at that customer. So that's what you would do there. So you can see you would get an activation email just like this. Again, that email would be branded for you. So again, your logo would be here. We would have this branded as well, so that it would so it looked like it would come from you as well. And so then it also puts in your name, and because my company is called GTx Demo, but we would put in your company name here as well. So then we go ahead and we click on activate your trial account. And so here we go. We do, this demo code should match. So we do some verification here. And we just want to make sure that we've got the right demo code here. And so then we say verify. And then we would start just putting in the customer information. And so it's very simple. I'm just going to put in, I do have a demo account that I'll be using. That domain is what's at the end of your email address, for example, and that has to match. Because as everyone knows, we have to follow what are called the KYC rules, or know your customer. There is one verification step that if you're doing this on behalf of your customer, we're going to go to this right now, where your customer has to say, yes, I agree to allow you to enable Microsoft Teams inside my domain. So what's happened here is I should be getting an email code here that will validate. So that domain and email address have to match so that we can ensure that you don't have any bad actors that are trying to spin up customers. That PIN code will come through. Again, it will come through with branded on a branded email. And you just need to grab that code. So now what's happening, just so you understand, is because you've received that validation code, we know that your customer accepts has accepted the use of their domain to go in and add Operator Connect up into their domain. And so what happened is we took that domain, we communicated with Microsoft, and we were able to pull down what we call locations from Teams Admin Center. And so now I have a location and I have your customer information. I click continue, and what's happening? We are setting up a trial, and that is going on right now. And as it says, that's it. You will receive. Yeah, you will receive an email, and I'll show you that email here in just a bit when we get all of the DIDs in. but we are setting up a free trial. We're at this moment and we're done. So it's as it says, you can hit close and the trial is being set up for that particular customer. So as soon as that email comes through, I will show that to you, and we'll go from there. So really, as this, what's going on right now on the back end is that we are provisioning the customer to have 5 trial DIDs being pushed up into the Teams Admin Center. And then at that point, you can go into Teams Admin Center and assign a user to that DID. You restart Teams, and off you go. Now, a couple caveats that we need to make sure we're aware of. Those users that you want to enable for calling in Microsoft have to have the right licenses. So they either need to have a phone license associated to the user, or if they're on an enterprise, an E5, or whatever the similar license would be in Microsoft to allow for phone to be turned on. So there is a licensing component that, as a rebiller, you would be responsible for ensuring that your customer has. We will not sell licenses to your customers. That's where we feel where you have the strongest advantage. You know your customer, you know or the rebiller knows the customer, they have the licensing in place. And so it is just on the rebiller to ensure that you have the right licensing in place. So that's it. Trial's up and running. You're ready to go ahead and start letting your customer try out Microsoft Teams.
I think that was in less than 10 minutes you were able to get that up and going.
This is the email you'll get. Greetings, Doug Larsen. Your customer trial account for CT Demo 21 has been created. Here are your trial DIDs.
Wow.
And now they're ready to be used. So again, if we were to go into Teams Admin Center, you would see that these phone numbers are available and ready to assign to a user. Refresh this screen, and now you can see that the trial that I started, it's on 30 days. We activated it today, so it will end on November 17th. We activated the trial. Now, if this customer comes to me and says, hey, I'm ready, I loved it, let's go ahead and add on all of my services. Let's get a contract in place. Let's start porting phone numbers and so forth. Then all I have to do is come in here and say activate, and we're ready to start the next step. And so we'll go ahead and hit next. And you can say, okay, well, I had 5 users on trial. How many do I really need? And how many new numbers do I need versus how many numbers do I need to transfer or port over? If you want to transfer in more, that's fine. We can have an inventory. Do I want an auto attendant? Okay. Then if I need an auto attendant, then I probably need to add in another calling plan. So we'll go 11. Will an auto attendant be used a toll-free number? Sure. Do I need a call queue? Yes. Let's do that as well. And we'll add on that second call queue. So we've got some validations here. We'll hit next. And then we'll add in some more information around where this customer needs to be located and say next. Okay, then we just need to learn a little bit more about what the contract is, what you're looking for with your customer. We recommend a 3-year contract. We need to take a look at the terms and conditions that are part of this. So they pop up. You just have to come in and say, yes, I agree to that. Agreement was managed and I signed it. Internationally, do I want to call internationally? And for this trial, we're going to say no, but we have a lot of information around being able to sell or allow you to make and receive international phone calls. Because I'm doing this on behalf of a customer, I'm going to click this as a rebiller and I'm going to say next. So once you hit next, you will get a order confirmation screen of how much this is going to cost. You can see that the total amount for monthly recurring charges is $111. There will be some port fees because we are porting in some phone numbers, and then on top of that, just for that total port fee is $29.64, and that's your non-recurring total. And so it's ready to go. So now you have set up the your customer, and they are ready to be provisioned and start the porting and new numbering process. And so you can see here that this is your view into what's happening inside as a rebiller. This whole portal is called CallTower Connect. The GTx program is this onboarding, or the GTx portal is the onboarding of new customers. And these are all the things that are happening behind the scenes right now to go ahead and get that customer up and running. And so that is it. You are now ready to truly bring them on as a Operator Connect customer.
I know one feature also that how it integrates with the Rebiller program is the billing and support side of things. How does that integrate together?
Yeah, so we can talk through that. As a rebiller, you will be given access to our billing system. Obviously scaled down, so it only references what your customers. And so you will have access to the billing system. You will be able to see all of your customers in one place. You will be able to then receive a bill for all of your customers on a single bill. And so that as well as being able to have access to the billing platform, you will also be given access to our support portals as well. Because one of the things that we ask as a rebiller, that you manage tier 1 support because you know your customers. If you have any issues, you have an easy way to open up a case with CallTower. You can go through the portal. You can call us. We have an email to case program as well as a chat bot that can open up cases as well. So one of the things about the Rebiller program is it seems like there's a lot going on here. Not a lot in reality, but because there are some nuances, we have an extensive training library. And so we're able to give you access to that training library. There's 6 courses that run through the sales motion, through billing, through support, through the portal. It's the GTx portal as well. So the Rebiller program, we have built a very good and in-depth training program so that you can, in essence, certify as a rebiller so that you are able to manage your customers in an easy way so that transactions can flow quickly.
Awesome. Well, Doug, I am going to hit you with one last question here before we wrap it up. What do you think, for those listening, what do you want them to take away from this? What is what's the most important thing to take away from our GTx portal and as well as our Rebiller program?
I think there's 2 things. One, it can be easy. Doing PSTN, you can sell it to your customers and it can be easy. And CallTower is doing everything we can to make that as easy as possible. And then 2, there's money on the table. There's money out there for you to be made as a rebiller so that you are bringing more to your bottom line. And those are the 2, really, because someone is going to sell PSTN to your customers. Why not you? And why not make money off of it?
Awesome. Well, Doug, thank you so much for your time today, and thank you all for watching and listening. If you have any questions, feel free to reach us at our email in the video and podcast description. Thanks so much, Doug.
Thanks, Madison.